52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58,
He's always a little bit early.
59.
Oh. That seemed like 2 seconds early.
It's not early. What do you want from me?
I don't want anything. You showed up. That's all I want. You're here.
There's no argument. There's no complaining. Eric was on 58 when you popped into the room. That's all.
Eric needs to learn to count to 60, firstly. And
well, you didn't give him a chance to count to 60.
I'm almost there. So far, I've gotten to 58.
That's, you know what? In defense of Gavin, I've never heard you say 60. I've heard you get as high as 59.
It's true. I think I've only
I
ever
have zero
counted.
proof that you've gotten there.
I don't know how we got to episode 158. I just have a sheet that tells me what the next one is, and that's it. So,
do you want me to be 2 seconds late next time just so you can get 60?
I want you to, Gavin, I want you to continue to be on time for you.
All right.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Face Podcast. This is episode 158 of season 98. If we're going by slang, my name is Porterhouse, and with me as always, the Freezy guy, Freezy guy, Ram Jam, and Schwartzy, and the little dog. And
what the fuck
welcome
is
to our
this?
podcast.
This is I have a theory.
Jeff went
on this.
with a different cut of steak.
You changed your steak name?
I changed my steak name. I modified everybody's nickname a little bit.
You did.
I don't know why.
You don't know why? Okay, that's fair.
Jam?
Frosty.
Well, first off, I cannot remember Ramscoop. I've been calling you Ramrod in my head or Ram Jam for a while. Ramscoop I had to look it up twice in the last week, so I just couldn't fucking remember it.
Good news for you. I have a potential replacement nickname that I found out in the world, and I want to run it by everyone. We don't have to go straight into that, but...
No, let's go straight into it.
Yeah, why would we leave nicknames to then redirect you back to nicknames? Why wouldn't we just do this now?
Well, sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Jesus Christ, man.
Well, I'm just stalling. I'm trying to find my picture.
Oh, I see. Stalling.
Yeah.
Picture.
You know what? You know who wouldn't have stalled, Jeff? Ram Jam. Ram Jam would have stalled. Ram Jam would have been ready.
The Rammer.
Saw this sign in a hotel by the lift. It's sort of giving you the sound of the alarm and what it sounds like. Whoop tone. I think that could be my new nickname.
Whoop tone?
Yeah, whoop tone.
Dude, I'm all about whoop tone and
like whoop
T-bone. Oh, this is great. Oh, I love whoop tone, dude.
I'll put it to the
whoop tone.
audience. Do you like Ramscoop or whoop tone? Because I'm leaning towards whoop tone.
Isn't there like a G.I. Joe named Whoop Tone? What am I thinking of? Ripcord? Maybe I'm thinking Ripcord. Is Ripcord G.I. Joe? Who's a G.I. Joe? Are there?
Who's
a G.I. Joe?
Is there a Joe in G.I. Joe?
Wait, are there any G.I. Joes in the audience? Raise your hand if you're a G.I. Joe.
What? Slipstream?
There was a Ripcord. There was a Ripcord G.I. Joe.
Are you naming Decepticons?
I don't know. Is Slipstream? Which one is Slipstream? He's involved, right? Was he a car?
I don't know. But just wait until he fires up the whoop tone as he comes around the corner.
oh, he will have a great whoop tone.
Would you? So here's the thing. The thing about whoop tone, it's long, which I'm not against. This is not me. This is not a criticism. I think whoop tone is a fucking great name.
Yeah,
it is.
I think it's fantastic. How do you feel about you either be called whoop or tone as well? It's like a nickname on the nickname.
We've been trained to know that whoop is the sound of the police. So it could it could be a problem just being whoop.
I think with a name like Whoop Tone, you can't truncate. I think you got to go full Whoop Tone every time. And then it's the thing I like about it is it's also like, when would you use the term Whoop Tone? When you see him first time, right? It's like, oh, there's Whoop Tone. But also it's a sound. So now like anytime you see Whoop Tone come into the room, in your head, you're going to be going, whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's fucking kind of double awesome.
You're telling me no one's going to call him Tone?
No.
No, I won't.
Only a fool. Only a fool.
Like imagine people. He's walking up. People go, "Hey, what up, Tone?" Like you tell me that's never gonna happen.
No.
Then I'll tell him about funky. Was it Town Medina? Was it
Funky Cole Medina? If anything,
I'm on your guys' side. No one's calling him that.
No.
If anything, people will go whoop when they see him. You know?
Can I character build on Whoop Tone, Gavin?
Yeah.
You need to have shoes that have the fucking what's the groan tube. You need grown tube shoes.
Oh, grown
and
shoes.
Whoop-tone like runs into the room. And that's the Whoop-tone.
I'm late for the bus. You just hear, oh, 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 oh.
Well, all right, Tony.
You'd never be late. They'd be like, wait, is that
Okay.
Whoop-tone I hear?
We
Tony,
have to
stop
make
this bus.
we gotta make grown shoes. I don't know how we do that, but that's
Eric, can you talk to Tony and Aaron? We need
I don't think this is
Whoop-tone
complex.
shoes.
We made the small keychain grown tubes. Those
Yeah.
could definitely go
Yeah,
on the side of shoes.
absolutely. Just tape a bunch of those and you're set. Grown shoes.
Gavin, if Eric can get you a bunch of those little baby keychains, will you make a prototype where you just tape them all over your feet?
absolutely.
Is
Yeah.
that our next uniform?
That could be a uniform. Yeah. Gavin could invent his next. It could be this would be the follow up to the Thrice to Meet You, which is a solid product.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've got a backlog of uniform inventions ready to go.
You
Fucking
do.
uncork that hose, buddy.
Maybe maybe we'll have to have a sesh soon. A little uniform sesh.
I can just see it now. Who's that pervert that was putting his hands in all the ice cream? And then you just see the tubes sprinting away in the distance.
Dude, that's right. How's the ice gloves going? How's the ice cream gloves going?
I feel like that was a real Ramscoop thing, and I'm Whoop-tone now. So
Oh, you've moved on.
yeah.
That's old news.
Well,
damn it.
I'll still work on that prototype. I need to order some supplies, and I need to find out if cutting those things open is poisonous.
I don't want to keep jumping into the episode because I really want to let you guys go. I just want to appreciate Gavin because when other people have a nickname or an alter ego, it's always just themselves. But Gavin really differentiates. He's got like Stuart the Bumbler or whatever and Errol and like all this stuff. And it's just like none of them are the same or him. They're all different. They do different things and they don't overlap. It's awesome.
It's an excellent point, Eric.
What was the name of that James McAvoy movie where he had all the personalities or whatever and he'd like fluctuated?
Split.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You just imagine like the scene in Split where like he's cycling personalities and it's like, oh no, he's Whoop-tone just running down the halls. It's great. I'm a big fan of Whoop-tone.
I gotta agree with you, Eric, because even looking at if I take a harsh look inward, an honest look inward, T-Bone and Porterhouse are the exact same dude. There's no difference between those two guys.
Well, I think he's T-Bone on the streets and Porterhouse in front of his girlfriend's parents.
Oh.
Even that is more of a differentiator. You're just a natural differentiator. That's the
Oh, okay.
thing. You're adding personality to my non-personality nicknames. I love it. Suddenly one of them's got a girlfriend. He's got to fucking meet her parents.
Was Porterhouse a G.I. Joe? That feels like a G.I. Joe to me as well.
It's too bad we didn't get to name all the G.I. Joes.
How many are there? Like 10? How many G.I. Joes, roughly?
Oh,
20?
hundreds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know nothing about
many
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joes were there?
Porterhouse, not a G.I. Joe. Sorry.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Was it a Decepticon?
Hang on.
There's no way
not a
Porterhouse is
Decepticon.
I appreciate you fake looking that up, Eric. That was a nice the timing was good.
Happy to
here
help.
comes Starscream and Porterhouse.
This is so good. You know what? I'm really into Whoop-tone. Whoop-tone came in, big energy.
Yeah.
We're going all over. Whoop-tone's taking us to new heights.
Can I want to see, like a tag team wrestling match. Gavin, I want you to set up like your Thrice to Meet You and just tag in your different personalities.
Oh, the ultimate tagging device.
Yeah.
It's like my personality switch. I fist bump in, I high five out.
That's great.
There's 163 G.I. Joes.
Oh, wow.
Gee, and none of them are named Porterhouse.
Not so far. There's some good ones. Snow Job. That's a good one.
That's
Whoa.
That was what you
there's
do with the
just
gloves.
one called Barbecue.
There should be one named Porterhouse if there's one
Yeah.
named Barbecue.
There's
If
one
there's
called Crazy
barbecue,
Legs.
Oh, that's me. That's me doing the sewing machine. We don't talk
There's
about
one
that.
called Stretcher. He's a medic.
I think we need to figure out our G.I. Joes that fit us best.
Yeah.
This is real. Crazy Legs.
Oh, we
being-
should do. Should we do a G.I. Joe draft?
Oh.
Wow.
We got 163 to choose from.
That would be a real draft because it's not all of the Earth.
I don't know. They want the pool is falls. It's no different than the G.I. Joes. Same thing. Are we doing 40 minutes of just listing every G.I. Joe name and then picking them? What do you want? What do we want from us?
Well, we would read the list probably and then draft in. Wouldn't we?
Why? Why not just pick? We're killing time. It's a waste of time.
Wait, why is it a waste of time?
Why would we read 162 names and then pick 12 of them or 20 of them? Whatever it is.
Why would we have to read 162 names?
It's
Because of all the Joes.
Well, that's like saying I didn't know more than 160 shops for my mall. What do you mean?
I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I'm glad that the drafts have been cleared up and that this all makes sense now.
How did you guys, you two specifically, when did you get off track communication-wise? You never seem to understand each other anymore.
We stopped playing video games.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Can I ask you guys a favor? Can you guys play some fucking Halo together one night, just for like 2 hours, just to get back in sync?
Sure.
Yeah, but who's more out of sync? Him or me?
I mean, you're fucking bumbling and clueless, and he's aggressive and angry, and it's just a bad. You guys are just butting up against each other right now.
All right, let's see if we can sort it out.
I mean, I don't care if you don't because it's hilarious, but I'm just noticing it lately.
We have had some issues recently. I was complaining to Gavin about something. He called me dumb, and I thought he made a ridiculous comparable.
Oh shit!
I called
him the D word?
Wait, you didn't call me dumb, but you called me dumb by your words. I didn't know that the AirPods needed to be in the case to charge, that there's no other way to charge an AirPod outside of the case.
Stupid.
And I was mad about it.
How the fuck else would you charge it?
What do you mean?
Well, yeah, it's like, do you want to plug it?
Why
A
couldn't I?
USB plug would be like deeper than the pod.
Why couldn't I? I got acres of white plastic that aren't doing nothing.
Also, where did I call you dumb? Well, I know I didn't call you dumb, but like, what about my words was dumb?
You were like, the tone was more like you're a fool for not knowing that.
No, my response was, who gets AirPods without the case?
Why would I have done that? First of all, I didn't get them at all. They were a gift. I did
Okay.
not buy the AirPods. That's why I didn't know they needed to be in the case. I thought that was just a bonus. Like my my Elite controller. My Xbox Elite controller, you can charge it in the case, or you can just charge it with the cable outside of the case.
But they're so small.
But there's tons of, I'm telling you, there's a lot of white plastic real estate on that thing that's not being used.
Yeah, I just feel like it would be it wouldn't fit in your ear hole if there was a hole the depth of a USB plug in it.
What do you mean?
It would
How
stick way
big is
further out of your ear.
I don't think it would.
Oh.
Well, how deep is a USB plug?
Well, deeper than not having one.
Yeah, but I feel like it's a small cable. When you look at a USB cable, that's not like fucking 6 feet. It's a tiny
We were
cable.
arguing about this on text, and I said, I was just like being an arsehole, making other comparisons to where you need like another device. So I said, did you know you need a corkscrew to get the wine out of the bottle? A separate thing. The wine on its own, the wine bottle is useless. And Andrew said, yeah, but I don't need a specific corkscrew to open just that bottle. Then only be able to drink it out of a glass that they make.
I was infuriated.
He's got you there.
I found my AirPods in a random like egg in an Easter egg case, and I was like, great, finally found them. Then I realized, oh no, I need the proper case to charge them. And then I was upset knowing that once I found the case, I would then need to find their special cable to charge all of it. Like each part was just ridiculous. It was absurd.
I gotta say, as a longtime AirPod user, my AirPods, if they're not in my ears, they're instantly back in the case. That's where they live. That's where they're happiest in the case. They don't want to be outside of the case.
That's fair. I mean, this only became a problem because phones decided to take away the headphone jack.
Yeah, it's a dumb move.
That is a dumb move. No argument there.
It's still all that courage, and all those years later, it's still really annoying.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. You're right about that.
Just a quick question. You found your case in an Easter egg?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they were in there. I don't know why I had it. It was in my end table. It's just the Easter egg shell. It's a plastic Easter egg thing I popped open. I was like, oh my God, AirPods.
Do you think you were like, I don't know, maybe this will charge them?
No.
That didn't cross your mind. You're like,
No.
you were like the Easter egg is plastic too, right?
Let me recharge this.
The magic bunny brought it, and it's got
realistically, I had my charger on the other side of the room from where that end table is. And I probably just took them off and was like, I don't want to lose these, so I'll just put them in this case.
Do you keep a lot of Easter eggs around?
That's the only egg I have.
What color is it, out of
It was
curiosity?
white. It's a white egg.
Oh, so you must have barely seen them in there.
Double back.
It's the confusion, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Nick says, new product idea, Easter egg charger.
I love it.
I don't know that I've ever seen like a white decorative Easter egg. Aren't they typically like yellow or blue or
do you
pink
have
or something?
Do you have
just
a picture
egg?
of how you found them? Like, could you recreate the situation?
I was going through my end table and I was just pulling out stuff and there was some plastic. There's a plastic egg.
So you couldn't find your case, your AirPods were loose, and your case was inside a white Easter egg in an end table.
No, the case wasn't. The case was in my desk. I found that later in my sauce drawer of my desk.
What is going on?
Wait, where does the... Okay.
Some real Charlie Kelly vibes.
So
here.
I found the AirPods in my bedside table. That's the first place I looked. I figured they might be in there. Found them in the egg case.
So the pods themselves were in the eggs?
The pods, yes. Just the pods were in the case, in the egg case. Then I had to try to find the proper case, which I found in my sauce drawer. I still have not found the special cable to charge all of it. So it was a
Did you
pointless.
just wake up bleary-eyed in the night and you were just like, without turning the light on, trying to put your AirPods in the case, but you accidentally put them in the egg? Like, how? I still don't understand how this happened.
So the case, the last time I remember using the case, it was on the other side of the room, the far side. So I think I probably was laying in bed. That's absolutely. I would have been laying in bed using them. Realized maybe they died, or I was just like, I'm done. I don't want to misplace these. I'll put them in the egg, I guess. And then I never used them. This is probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Was the last time I used AirPods.
Okay.
So wait a minute. So for a year and a half to 2 years, you've just had a plastic Easter egg floating around your room?
Yeah, well, not my room, and specifically in my
It's not even from this Easter.
No.
So
Previously.
you managed the AirPods consist of 3 components, right? If we consider the AirPods themselves to be a unit, then you've got the AirPods, you've got the charger, and you've got the case. You manage in one room to spread those 3 components to the wind, and now they're like, how did you lose them all so far away from each other in such a small space?
It's like a lazy plot video game where you have to collect the 3 things from the far corners of the...
That's the next video game. Help Andrew recompile his AirPods.
Oh, I'd love it.
AirPods.
If anyone can give some assistance on where this cable is, I'd appreciate it. I've kind of given up hope.
That's the final boss.
Was it just a lightning cable?
I assume so. I don't know. I would.
You guys ever see those Japanese CGI like dramatic reenactments of crime scenes? I feel like we need one of those for you to go through that story you just explained to us.
Yeah. I wish you could have felt my anger when I got Gavin's text about wine bottles. Like, you fucking I so mad.
Well, yeah, a lot of the time you need other shit for your shit. Otherwise it doesn't work. I'm not saying it's great. It's pretty annoying.
He's got you there.
I've nothing to say. Nothing to say to that. I feel like I countered what you said at the time. You're not wrong. There's just a lot of real estate in those things. That's all I'm saying. If we're talking about products that we've made, can I talk about a thing that I made recently?
Yeah,
please.
That might inspire the two of you. I've been talking about this with you guys for a while, but in 2 days from now, it'll be much past that point. It is our show's birthday. And I thought it would be a fun idea as like a supplemental thing is if we all made a cake, like a birthday cake, because I had never attempted to make one before. And then we did like the regulation birthday cake was the idea. We could all present what we made. So that's sort of the thought. So I made a cake that I'm very proud of. I've never made a cake before. Now, saying I made a cake maybe is a little bit of a strong word. I had a lot of assistance in making this cake. I would say as much work as Steve Jobs did and like making the iPhone is the amount of contribution I made with this cake. It's a masterful thing. I think this is an innovation. I think I'm an innovator in the space. I think these would sell out day one if we were to mass produce them. So it's important, first of all, ingredients. Got to show your ingredients. We got some orange juice. We got some flour, lemon, sugar, the basis of all good cakes.
Geoff, if I showed you these ingredients lined up like this, would you go, birthday cake, clearly?
I might not, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Why is so much of it brown? What's all the brown shit?
What, on the right? The brown stuff? That's brown sugar.
Okay. What's
You're
the
against brown
brown
sugar?
with the jar with the red top?
Brown with the red top.
Is that
Yeah,
ginger?
what
What
is
does that say?
Yeah, it's some ginger. It's you know what it is. It's one of
Ginger?
those. It's one of those
You know what it is. You shut up. You know what it is.
Listen, you know.
And what's the
Yeah,
what's the sort of porcelain horse in the background?
Is the horse a
that's
part of the
just
cake?
Cosmetic. That's
Okay.
no, it's a cosmetic thing, unfortunately.
Is it
Okay.
porcelain?
I don't know. I'm not. I think qualified to answer that. I don't think I could tell you if a thing was
Jesus
porcelain or not
Christ.
just by feel. I wouldn't trust my porcelain judgment. So it was an apple cake because I feel like that's important. That's the key part of the show.
Okay.
Okay, so you got to make the
Porcelain.
batter. Got to
Eric wrote porcelain.
mix with the batter. Got a lot of apples in there, right?
I just did another podcast with Eric earlier. He's on fire today.
Hey, Geoff, if
Yeah.
I showed you this picture, would you look at that and go, a birthday cake?
No, it
get
looks
that
like
chicken
somebody threw up spapaghetti.
Really? You think spaghetti?
Yeah, I think like a little bit of a little like rigatoni puke.
Really? Oh no, that's a delicious. We got some Cosmic Crisp apple in there. We got some Granny Smith. Got a good mix of there. This is making a delicious
Oh,
apple cake,
multi-apple.
Yeah, so
Multi-apple.
threw it all together. You know, we made it, and this is my cake. I want to introduce to you the regulation cake. Look at that.
Whoa!
Look at
Looks
that.
like a pie.
It's a pie?
what?
You made a pie?
Is it a
That's
pie?
gorgeous. That's
What?
a regulation face pie.
No, it's a cake. It's clearly a cake. What do you mean?
Is that? It looks, Andrew, it looks fantastic. I'm very impressed. It looks really
Beautiful.
great.
Look at
The text looks amazing.
Yeah, it really does. I'm blown away. This is like the amount of effort you put into this is so cool.
Why
You
is Steve
made a
Jobs though? So
pie?
I assume
Yeah.
barely touched it. Did you touch this?
I came up with the premise of this.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, okay. Okay, never mind.
Phenomenal font work for whoever did it.
Yeah.
Does the cake get frosting at any point?
Well, it doesn't need it. It's perfect. It's perfect as is. It's a delicious cake.
Huh.
You guys don't like this cake? You
I
think it's
really, I was
pie?
gonna say that the text.
You fools! You think it's a pie?
Okay,
It is not a pie. It is a cake
right.
in a pie.
Oh, you put cake in a pie crust?
I put cake in a pie crust because I'm a pie guy. I prefer the pie crust more than the cake. So this is it before it's done. See, you get the pie crust, you make the cake, you put the cake in the pie crust, then you seal it up all nice. It's like a tomb, sealed in like a mummy. Got yourself a delicious fucking pie cake.
You've like turducken dessert.
I've turducken dessert and it is fucking delicious. It is
It looks
so
good.
goddamn good.
I would eat that.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Has anybody? Did you just invent this?
I did. I looked at, well, maybe, I don't know. I said that very confidently. I searched online and I couldn't find anything anywhere that did this.
So what is it? Like a pake?
It's a pake. Exactly. It's the regulation pake.
Regulation cake.
So
Fucking-
there were two of them, right? I came up with this idea and I was like, this is going to be awful. But you guys are going to be like, that's a fucking pie. And then I'll be like, oh, look inside. It's actually a cake in a pie. You'd never see it.
Ugh.
So there's just a normal version of it without the shell. And that was pretty good. That was like a really good cake. Then I tried the pake. Best dessert I've ever had.
Wow.
I think keeping it in the pie crust, it made it so moist. It was fantastic. There's some stuff.
Oh.
Need to innovate a little bit on it. The bottom of the pie crust, not fully cooked. Need to time it a little bit better as far as that goes. But I'm very proud of this.
Now we have to make a second cookbook.
Okay, so I've done a little bit of research. And Andrew, I will say what you've done is different because people are going to tweet this. People will be like, "He didn't invent it. He didn't invent it. Here's the pie cake in. Here's what I will posit, Andrew. Here's how yours is different. Yours is a cake inside of a pie crust. What you've done is you are turducken. This is two separate pies inside of cake icing. Yeah, there's frosting and stuff.
Yeah,
You've done
yeah.
something totally
Yeah.
different from this.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
before people send this, and they're still gonna do it, I'm just letting you know, you, sir, you're an inventor, and I'm proud
I am.
of you. Yeah, I'm
As I said,
proud
that's-
of you.
That's brilliant.
Steve Jobs of Pake right here. That's what
You are a true visionary, Andrew. Congratulations. I am very, very excited.
You know, the best part is, it's the regulation Pake, and then when you get halfway through, it's a fuck Pake. It's great. You have a lot of fun with that. So, I'll put the recipe together. I'm still tweaking it a little bit.
I can get it into the cookbook. We still got time.
Okay.
When I was looking at it before I knew the cake was in the pie, I was about to say that the text was really icing on the cake. But then I realized you can't say that when it's literally a cake and there's no icing. Like it isn't. And I was like, oh, but it's like the cherry on top. I was like, nope. Why is like extra mile shit always cake based? Like, is the icing on the cake, is the cherry on top better than the icing on the cake? Or are they both the same?
Use them both in a sentence, please.
Oh, you know, like that's just the cherry on top.
Okay. What's the other sentence?
Oh, yeah, you know, that's icing on the cake.
I don't know that those. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I think they're the exact same thing.
Yeah, I think they're interchangeable.
What about when something takes the cake? Does that help you one way or the other?
It depends on if the cake
Depends
has
if it's
icing
got
or a
cherry
cherry on
ice.
it.
Who took the cake? Whoop Tone. Whoop Tone did. I can hear his feet.
What's
This ad is brought to you by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. This summer, HelloFresh is here to take the work out of eating well. Reach your goals with delicious calorie smart and protein smart lunch and dinner options. Plus, new vegan recipes too. Get farm to the table quality with every HelloFresh box. HelloFresh's seasonal ingredients are picked at peak ripeness and travel from the farm to your doorstep in less than 7 days for fresh flavor in every bite. Figuring out what's for dinner is not the top of anyone's summer activity wish list. HelloFresh delivers mouth-watering chef-crafted recipes and fresh ingredients to your door so you can spend your summer doing, well, whatever you want. I love HelloFresh. The food is always so delicious. You get a variety of recipes. It's so easy to understand, even if you're somebody who doesn't necessarily have a lot of cooking experience. I would highly recommend it to anyone. So go to HelloFresh.com/Face16 and use code Face16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/Face16 and use code Face16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. Cold turkey may be great on sandwiches, but there's a better way to break your bad habits. And I'm not talking some weird ice hack cure thing. I don't know if you get those. Almost all of the fake products I get advertised are weirdly connected to ice being the basis of it. We're not talking about that nonsense, though. We're talking about our sponsor, Fume, and how they look at the problem in a different way. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong, so instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habit? Fume is an innovative award-nominated device that does just that. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses all natural, delicious flavors. You get it. Instead of bad, Fume is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy and makes replacing your bad habit easy. Your Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting, giving your fingers a lot to do, which is helpful for de-stressing and anxiety while breaking your habit. Something I was struck by when I saw Fume is just the look of it. It's beautiful real wood and the shape is just awesome. It looks so cool. It's something you would definitely feel cool using. Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard, but switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even fun. Fume has served over 100,000 customers and has thousands of success stories, and there's no reason that can't be you. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to tryfume.com and use code FACE to save 10% off when you get the Journey Pack today. That's tryfume.com and use code FACE to save an additional 10% off your order today. Hey everyone, we wanted to take a moment to remind you that RTX 2023 is happening this July 7th through July 9th. Join us this summer for a memorable weekend at our Camp for Indoor Kids, featuring 15 plus live shows, special meet and greets, exclusive parties, fun panels, and much more, with guests ranging from your favorite RT groups like Funhouse and Achievement Hunter, to friends like Therapy Gecko, the Super Carlin Bros, and new rock stars. RTX 2023 is an event you won't want to miss. Badges for this 3-day fun fest are available for as low as $55. Thanks for listening to us get very excited about RTX. We're looking forward to meeting all of you there. So head on over to rtxaustin.com to get more information about the event and buy your badge. It kills me that I'm not going to be at the show this year. Everything I've heard about it sounds so amazing. It's going to be such a great time. So definitely check it out.
What kind of cake does Whooptone like? What's Whooptone's dessert?
Oh, that's a big question. What's he going to be like in? Maybe something with strawberry on the inside. Some sort of glaze. I'm immediately picturing a red glaze.
He likes like a jelly filled. Like Whooptone likes like. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, something like that. That is an amazing invention.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Can I ask what kind of cake Gavin likes? Is it different?
I like a good Colin the Caterpillar.
What?
Oh, it's probably like a Fudgy the Whale, I'm assuming.
Hold on. Colin.
It's a Fudgy the Whale, but
Damn
the weird version overseas.
I'm getting you an image.
I feel like I've been asking a lot of questions this episode, but it has been paying off dividends, so I don't feel too bad. What the fuck is Colin the Caterpillar?
Or did you say Cole in the Caterpillar?
Colin.
Is it
Colin.
Colin the Caterpillar?
Colin the Caterpillar.
Oh.
It's
Well,
it's
he's
a
cute.
cake that looks like a caterpillar. We should have expected this.
It's like a Fudgy the Whale type thing.
Yeah, sometimes you have little Smarties or M&Ms on top, and it's like a chocolate swirl cake.
I'm definitely sufficiently whelmed. This is sort of like not really what I was expecting, but
You're disappointed?
It sort of is. I'm not disappointed. It just kind of is. You know what I mean? It just kind of, yeah. Because
Where can I get one?
Oh, you can bring out Cookie Puss again?
it's Cookie Puss.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat Cookie Puss's hands. They're fucking perfect.
Oh, those are hands. Oh, that never dawned on me.
That's been making me laugh my entire life. It's like his hands go down to his mustache. he could use his hands to make his jaw chew if his mouth gets tired. Where do you get a Colin the Caterpillar? Can I get that in America?
Well, this one that I posted, that's from M&S. Marks and Spencer.
I'm gonna guess that's not an American place.
Can you import it?
No, I don't know if I could. Yeah, well, let's import one.
Sneak one over.
We'll have that and a Cookie Puss.
The Cookie Puss, what's great about that is maybe you get an arm. Maybe somebody gets a mouth. Somebody gets it. Like there's different sections of character you could get. Unless you get the head of your Colin the Caterpillar, whatever the fuck. Like it doesn't look like anything. It's just circular cake.
Well, let me show you a cross section. It's good shit. I'm telling you.
Show me a cross section. What does this cross section look like? Well, no, it's just cake. It just looks like cake.
It looks
It's good cake.
It looks
It
fucking
looks
delicious
good.
to me, dude. I
It
don't know what
does
he's
look
talking
delicious,
about.
but I'm saying the fun of a character cake is you get different parts of the character.
Yeah, you get his front arms or his middle arms or his back arms.
It doesn't even look like every section has limbs. So like only half the people get part of the caterpillar.
Yeah, but if you don't get the limb, you might get the diamond or the fucking crown on top.
Are there baby Colin the Caterpillars? What's going on in the
Yeah,
background?
that's quite disturbing. I never had one with like little slug kids, but I guess you could just pop an entire child in your mouth.
Is Colin their royalty? It's the royal family of cakes. It looks like they're wearing a crown.
Oh,
Yeah.
that could be
Pardon
King Colin. He's also got crowns on his back. Yeah, I don't
He
know. I
does.
never had one that looked like that. Eric, would you say Big Dog or Gooch Pooch, is he into the Cookie Puss?
Yeah, I think but that's the thing. So am I. Like, that's where I'm making like the differentiation. It's hard for me to be an alter ego. I'm just kind of me the whole time. And you have, when I asked what Gavin likes, I didn't think Colin the Caterpillar. Colin the Caterpillar was the answer. So
It was weird is that Gavin's answer was weirder than his character's answer.
yeah, I will agree with that.
strange thing.
Yeah, it's definitely, yeah.
I wouldn't have expected that.
Oh, man, I really want to eat one of these fucking caterpillars. I'm going to have to go to England to do it.
Well, let's go.
How much of the caterpillar could you eat?
Oh.
Could you eat one whole Colin?
Oh, definitely not.
1, 2,
You'd
3,
hurl.
4, 5.
Very rich.
I could eat half a Colin. I could eat the face
yeah.
side. I could eat the face half.
Oh my god, I've just I've just
I think
found a
Colin
picture.
might be deceptively thick.
Someone deep fried one.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Colin looks like when they would find a character in the Alien franchise that has been like stuck to the wall and is waiting to die. Colin just looks so. He's not having a good day.
Yeah, they're keeping it alive.
Yeah, like they've been infected with the host thing or whatever. And it's like, oh no, they're dead, but they're still here. That's what Colin looks like. Oof. That's not good. How much of the deep fried cake could you eat?
I bet that'd be good as shit, dude.
Really?
One bite.
Yeah, I don't think I could go beyond a bite. Nick says half of it. That's bold. I don't think that translates.
I bet it does. I think
for Nick, Nick is like a garbage pail man. He'll
definitely
put it away.
Nick was born at a state fair.
Yeah. Like socially, I feel like Nick comes across as normal, and then you fucking put a deep fried Colin the Caterpillar in front of him, and you see the freak. The freak comes out. You actually would be more alarmed by Nick's weirdness because he comes across as so normal, and then you just put something like that in front of him, and you're scared.
You just described Face Jam. That all that is Face Jam. It is Nick's the most normal guy, and then he's around food, and all bets are off.
What is your least favorite food, Nick, that you just can't stand?
Oh, that's such a tough question. I want to say, nope, it's not that.
Just any of them. Just name any of them.
Can you think of a food you don't like?
Yeah.
No, I like everything. I will eat anything. No, I like anchovies. Those are good.
What about those pickles in the bag that people are eating?
Oh, delicious. Love them.
Gas station pickles?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what they're called?
I mean, that's where you buy them.
I like gas station hot dogs.
Well, they're great. I mean, don't compare those. No, don't judge a gas station. A gas station hot dog has its time and place.
Yeah, it was the time and place was 18 years ago before it expired, but they're still selling it to you.
No. It's like a fine wine. You need those 18 years.
It's fermenting.
Yeah.
Need a corkscrew, though.
How about, have you ever had haggis? Do you like that? Or
I love
sausage?
haggis. It's delicious.
No, you don't.
I do.
You really?
Yeah.
Ugh, that's the worst.
I had it the last time I went to Scotland. It was delicious.
Well, if you like haggis, there's nothing on earth you don't like.
Yeah, I'm kind of a freak.
Do you like olives?
I love olives. I'm snacking them
You're a
all
freak.
day. Hey, thanks, man.
Do you like cucumber?
You know what? I'll tell you what. Cucumber, my least favorite food. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That didn't seem genuine.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
What?
That felt really forced.
And that's so inoffensive, too. Like, they're not strong.
Yeah, but when people who don't like cucumber fucking hate cucumber. Like Gus is like
right?
that. Yeah, if there's a cucumber in the room, he can smell it and he won't eat anything.
I don't.
Right, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it just because he was so fast to be like, I love the gas station pickle. Like, that's why I just don't believe it.
But pickle, I know it's just a cucumber technically, but pickles are far superior, and cucumbers are just like meh.
Exactly.
The food that you hate the most is just meh?
Yeah. He'd eat that fucking cucumber like Pac-Man and then just be like, eh.
Yeah.
But he'd still devour it.
I wouldn't
like
enjoy it.
It's not a hurdle.
I love that we're making fun of a dude who has a much healthier relationship to food than any of us because he's open to all of it. And he's like, his options are wide fucking open. And I'm like, you freak, you weirdo, you accepting weirdo.
I agree with some of that, but if he's excited about deep fried Colin the Caterpillar, he's earned freak.
Well,
that's a freak.
Well, here's what we do then to put it to the test. Once Geoff has been gassed out of the porta potty by the rancid fermented fish, maybe Nick has a little bit on toast.
Oh my God.
What do you think?
I'm a little less inclined for that idea.
That's a yes.
What? Yeah, okay, I'll try. Sure. Yeah.
He'll try it. That's impressive.
Thank God it's...
Hey, I will say, I felt in the past when we've done food things, and Nick, when you've been like, you know what, not bad, that has meant something, and it no longer does. It no longer means anything. Not in a negative way of you're a big food guy in a way that I've never heard anyone else be.
He is a very positive food guy. He found things to like about my Plowman's pizza that did not really exist for anyone else.
Oh, the crust was so good. I'd make it again.
Decent crust.
Oh man, speaking of the ingredients of your Plowman's pizza, I don't think any of you guys watched the TV show Succession, but it just ended. They just had their series finale, and in the last episode, They were like, it's like siblings fighting over control of a company, and it's like two brothers and a sister. And they were, one of the brothers and the sister were pranking and kind of fucking with the other brother, and they made him a shake, like a smoothie that he had to drink, and they put like as much gross stuff as they could, and then he had to drink it. And they put a shitload of Branston pickle in.
And he really drank it.
Yeah, he really drank it, Jeremy Strong.
Which, like,
but they
made me-
talked about it, like, Shiv was like, how about a spoonful of Branston pickle? You love Branston pickle? And I was like, oh, fuck, worlds collide.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's the only time I've ever seen it in the wild.
I know I need to watch that show, and that's going to probably tip me towards making it
It's a great
the
show.
next show I watch.
It was a good show. Real good show. You're going to have to make it through 4 seasons to get to the Branston pickle, though. It's in the end game.
It's all good, though, right?
Yeah, it's really, really good.
It's funny. It's funnier than I would have expected.
Do you want a slime update?
I'd love a slime update.
Please.
It's the same, but I've got new fungus.
Oh, no.
What's that? And why is
I'm
it
gonna
eating my fence?
I think that fungus looks more delicious than Colin the Caterpillar. If that was the
You
case.
You're
are
insane.
hateful.
I'm not saying the fungus is delicious. I'm saying if you imagine that as a cake pattern, I think that looks pretty good.
Gavin, I don't think he likes you anymore.
I love Gavin.
There's a difference between loving somebody and liking
I love
them.
him. I love him so much.
I
I
know.
think Gavin's great.
That's what makes it harder.
I feel lucky to know Andrew, especially when random people talk to me about him.
It is one of my favorite things now, and it happens like maybe every 2 weeks. Somebody will approach me to talk about face, and then they'll go like, "So Andrew's real?" And it's just like, kind of, yeah.
kind of.
As far as
I'm
we
kind
know,
of real.
it's not like I've seen you in a while.
What movie have you watched that you remember the least about?
It might be Austin Powers 2. It's funny you say this.
Really?
Yeah, I said somebody talked to me about Austin Powers 2, and I didn't,
Mini-Me?
I remember him, but it was like the whole beginning of the movie, and I didn't remember it, and I know I've seen that movie like 10 times, and I just have zero memory of what happened in it.
Oh, wow.
I've seen the Babadook like 3 times. I couldn't tell you anything about it. The only thing I remember
Why?
is that she was folding clothes in her backyard.
Why would you watch the Babadook 3 times?
Because everybody said it was really good, and I watched it and fell asleep in it, and so I decided to watch it again. And then like a month later, somebody was talking to me about it, and I realized that whatever I saw the second time, I retained none of. So I watched it a third time and fell asleep in it. But I'm told it's a great movie, but I can't. I know she that fucking what's her name from the detective show, the Australian detective show. She's hanging some clothes in the backyard, and then I guess there's more to the movie, but that's all I remember, and I've seen that part 3 times.
That's sort of it. You kind of got it. I really liked 3/4 of the Babadook. I think it plays with this interesting theme of like, is something supernatural happening, or is this just like a monster of a child to try to deal with, and she was slowly losing her mind?
Mrs. Fisher, that's the lady in it.
Is that her?
I
Is
haven't
that the
seen it.
detective name, or?
Yeah, that's her
name.
show she was in.
Okay. What about you, Gavin?
Well, if you told me that the whole world is now hostage, and in order to save the world, the planet from blowing up, you have to tell me the plot from Valerian, that Luc Besson movie, everyone would be dead. Like, I couldn't... I can't remember a single thing about that film, but I sat through the entire thing. Like, I went to the theater, and it's worrying to me how I can't get anything out of my memory for that.
Valerian, the Guy Ritchie one where he's in prison?
No, it's
No.
it's like a Cara Delevingne, like Fifth Element style.
Oh, okay.
Is what's his face Magic Mike in that too?
Channing
I don't
Tatum?
know.
Channing Tatum.
I think you might be thinking of Jupiter Ascending?
I might be thinking of that one instead. I've seen
I
both
think
of them, and I
so.
couldn't tell you anything about either of them. Those are airplane
bees.
movies.
Yeah, they are. It's a great way to describe them.
It is, just based on this cover, it's the least charismatic people you've ever seen being near each other in space. Look at,
Oh, is
man,
that Clive Owen?
And Rihanna?
it might be.
What a
I think
weird,
it might be
great
Clive Owen.
subcast. It is Clive Owen and Rihanna.
Like, to me, visually, that's going to be something memorable in there. But I remember
That can't-
literally nothing.
Was Rihanna in Valerian? What
Apparently.
a weird, that can't be her. It's
Why
very
wouldn't it be?
small.
She was in fucking Battleship.
Yeah, but that was the first movie.
It's
that's
her.
Oh,
and
what
she's
a
near
weird
some
choice.
aliens and a robot.
Also, I think this was
And
technically an independent movie. I think the director spent like $200 million of his own money on it.
No.
This was Luc Besson, right?
Yeah.
Well, that dude
It-
made some really good movies before this one.
It looks like if you asked like an AI to make a poster of a generic like sci-fi movie. There's like no soul in any of this.
Which is weird because Fifth Element has so much soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
He made The
Maybe-
Professional, right? I mean, fuck.
He did. Yeah.
He made La Femme Nikita. Dude, he made La Femme Nikita. God damn.
I feel like he's got some bad movies. He's got some weird action shit. I don't know if he did all the Takens, but if he directed Taken 2 and 3, that's not great for your resume.
Wait, did he direct it or write it?
He wrote.
Did he write? Did he
He
write
wrote
them? Did he not
Taken.
direct any of them?
Let me see.
I don't think he directed Taken.
No, he did
Okay.
not. He
Huh.
directed Lucy, whatever the
Oh.
fuck that is.
Hey, are you thinking of the transporter, Andrew?
Yeah, maybe.
It's the
I like the
he wrote the transporter.
Well,
Oh, no,
he
but
wrote Taken.
He
as
also
well.
did Taken as well. I just he
Insane.
maybe didn't direct it.
Yeah.
I got into Orangina because of the transporter as a kid. That was my introduction to Orangina. Great beverage.
Do you still drink it?
Yeah, it's in my rotation. It's not a regular, but there's a scene where because of the transporter, he's transporting something. He doesn't know what it is. Then it turns out to be a person, and he cuts open their duct tape and he gives them Orangina through a straw. And I was like, that looks good. So I tried it. It was good. I'd recommend it. Good advertising. Effective, some may say. If it's good enough for a hostage, it's good enough for me.
I wonder if Orangina saw a bump when that movie came out.
That'd be interesting. That'd be
Remember that?
really interesting. It's funny how that works with movies. People are so dumb. Like when The Graduate came out, like plastic stocks, like invest in plastic, like people took that literally. I watched a thing about how like Sideways completely shifted the wine market. Because he talked, like he said, I don't want another fucking Merlot. And Merlot suddenly plummeted after it. And there's a scene where he has a monologue about how great Pinot Noir is. And Pinot Noir like quadrupled in production.
And then you
Even
got the
more than
value
this.
of the Don Zimmer card.
Oh, yeah. It's another,
Yeah, there you go.
another great example of that.
I never saw that movie Sideways. I'm glad I
Neither
didn't
have
see
I.
it.
I just know that it's like a known thing that it impacted the wine market. I had a nice moment with you recently, Geoff.
Was I a part of it? I was.
Yeah,
involved?
you were. Yeah, you were. You're involved. You know what? I think it might tie me back with Gavin. I think this could be the thing that maybe bridges us back because he said there's some confusion, there's some conflict. Gavin, as you know, there's been a bird in my roof that has been driving me crazy. I have not been able to sleep.
Yeah.
You sent me
It's
those
been so
files.
annoying.
I need to check in on that.
Yeah, so I sent Geoff the file, and he was kind enough to run it through because my phone, it just kept crashing. And when you run it through, it tells you like where other people have reported this bird. There's some Oxfordshire. I should have sent it to you. You may have recognized it.
I may have grown up with it.
You may have grown up with this bird. Here, I'll put the clip in now. You can listen to it. You can tell me if you grew up with this bird. Here we go. Bird chirp.
Oh,
You listen to it.
I'm playing it. You are just a...
You got caviar, Gavin. Johnny
is that
Caviar.
Johnny Caviar? He's the
Johnny
one.
Caviar came out.
He's the kind of guy that slips
Oh,
farts into
I-
birdchirp.mp3. You're an animal.
Caviar, you're real good.
I just
No,
got 2 barrels of caviar.
Now, Geoff, had you really not listened to that?
No, I hadn't
When I-
listened to it yet. I forgot.
Oh my God. So I thought I had been setting up this joke for over a month. I had, before you went to Italy, Geoff, I set it up where I was gassy and I was like, you know what? I'm going to record a fart and I'll just have it. And oh, that's great. That's great, Eric. He posted a meme of like the difference between me and Johnny Caviar.
Eric, can you
There's
draw a little
another-
puff of gas coming out of Johnny Caviar?
Yeah,
yeah,
no
he's got a little
kidding.
poof out of his butthole.
I saw here. I'll post. I was going to share this as well with Johnny Caviar. Somebody posted this in the Discord for the show or for Face. I thought that was really fucking funny. Me as Winnie the Pooh, Johnny Caviar is Winnie the Pooh in a tuxedo. The problem with Johnny Caviar is it's just me without empathy. You guys inventing, like, pushing the Johnny Caviar thing was a mistake. But to go back to that gag that I've been trying to pay off, I recorded it, and I was texting you about this, Geoff, before you went on your trip a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I queued it all up, and then I went to send it to you, and the file vanished. And I had to like lie and be like, I don't know. I'll have to try to find it. So then I got another fart, and I was like, when will I deploy this thing? When do I want to do this? And I just kept sitting on it. Then I brought it up on the show to like build to it a little bit more. And then I thought, okay, it's time to do this.
So, were you lying about the bird?
Yeah, no, there's no bird in my roof.
Oh,
I mean, there are
animal.
There are birds in my roof, but they're not waking me up. It was just all an invention to try to get you to listen to my fart unknowingly.
You said the fart was from Oxfordshire?
It may have been.
We are entering into a new era of paranoia and mistrust.
Was that the first Johnny Caviar blindside?
It is. It's a Johnny Caviar move for sure. But anyway, I had been sitting on this. I set it up. I talked about it on the show. I was like, now I can deploy this anytime I want. And it was such a great face moment where I decided I am going to deploy this now. And so I set it up to Geoff and I sent him the file, and I was feeling real good about myself. And then I looked at my phone and I saw it was game 3 of Celtics versus the Heat was happening. Yeah. And they were down by 10 in the first quarter. And I felt so bad. I would never deploy a Johnny Caviar move against you in game 3. I was like, he's going to be so miserable. This is so bad. So I kept watching. I check in on the game regularly to be like, please, for the love of God, win this fucking game. I need you to win. And they blew it. It was their worst game of the series. To
that point.
To that point. Game 7 was not great, but they were absolutely dog shit in game 3, and I felt so much guilt that I deployed the move, and you didn't acknowledge it at all. Zero acknowledgement.
Here's the deal. I've been trying to be less around my phone in general, so I've been like making a concerted effort to put it in another room and then leave that room so I just don't think about it. I'm trying to like break my fucking phone fumbling addiction. And kind of just live more present in the world in front of me instead of on my phone. But also, I mean, I've just been such a shuttered wreck of a human because of the Celtics Heat series.
Yeah.
That I've just been so distracted. I have been forgetting stuff left and right. And I think I may have even seen it and then been like, well, I have bigger problems to worry about right now than identifying Andrew's bird, because I'm dealing with the Celtics imploding for no fucking reason against a geriatric, non-fucking drafted bullshit team cobbled together under a phenomenally, evilly, wickedly talented coach. And so it slipped out of the periphery of my memory, and I didn't remember it until this instance you brought it up.
I'm glad. I felt so bad that I
feel bad that I ignored you and didn't realize it. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you did.
Even though it was aimed at us, I really like Johnny Caviar. I really liked birdchirp.mp3. I think that was a fantastic intro to Johnny Caviar.
I went through a lot of variations on what to call it. It was I was like bird noise. Will that tip it off? No, it should be bird chirp. Should it be bird chirp or bird chirps? I'll just go bird chirp. There's thought. It's calculated.
I like Johnny Caviar. I'm count me as a fan. I like the idea of Andrew in a tuxedo at all times.
I don't think I've worn a tux since I was like 5.
Since you were in that fucking Men in Black photo.
Oh, fuck, you're right. That would have been after that.
Yeah.
So it was probably like 10. Probably like 18 years.
Do you think now that you've recovered from COVID that you're ready for the marathon?
Fuck you.
Okay. There's such an instant anger out the gate.
No. Because I'm not 100% back yet anyway.
Okay.
Where are you at?
I'd say I'm at my peak 80%. There are times where I'm down to 40.
How's the sleeping going? Are you having better success?
I'm having some problems recently with the sleeping, in the sense of I have an issue that I don't know if I'm remembering my dreams or if I'm waking up and thinking I'm still in them. I don't know if you guys have experienced this, where like you will wake up and think something is happening that is not. That's tied to your dream, and there's no way it could happen. So I'll give like an example. When around this finale of Succession happened, I had a dream that somehow I was involved in some financial market, and I don't remember if it crashed or if it spiked up, and all of the pillows were on a cooldown timer from that point. I couldn't use the pillows because they were on cooldown. They had to reset the pillow system. And so I got up because I thought, if all the pillows are in cooldown, what's even the point of trying to sleep? So I stood up and I got out of bed and I thought, this certainly is not a reality. What am I doing? And I crawled back into bed and I went to sleep. But I have
used your sleep super and it used all the pillows at once.
Yes, essentially. It was like there was a countdown timer on the pillows and it was like, we need to recalibrate. And so in my head, I was like, I can't use any of the pillows. What's the point?
I'll be honest, I'm glad to hear that you're in the bed and not the bath.
Yeah, I'm making improvements. This morning, my dream was that I had a Dr. Pepper on my bedside table, and the Dr. Pepper cured all COVID symptoms. And I was very excited about this. I was like, we gotta let the world know that this Dr. Pepper is a cure for all. And then I realized, oh no, if we tell people, everyone's gonna try to drink my Dr. Pepper, and it's all gonna go away. I gotta go hide this Dr. Pepper. So I woke up because I had to vigilantly guard my Dr. Pepper. I was very concerned about it.
It sounds like it takes you like 45 seconds to get out of sleeping.
It happens sometimes. It's been a lot recently.
Have you ever sleepwalked before?
No. Not that I'm aware of.
Seems like you're borderline doing it. Like you're giving yourself tasks and you're out of bed and you don't even realize you're awake.
I mean, remember when we were doing, I was trying to beat Gavin's trial time. I dreamt that I was on a trials bike and I headbutted the wall because
Yeah, I remember.
I got up on my knees and I had to adjust like the body distribution on the bike to try to keep going. So I guess, yeah, I'm not sleepwalking, but I'm sleep doing.
You're sleep active. Yeah.
I'm sleep positive for sure. Undeniably.
Well, I'm glad you're finally testing positive for sleep. That's
testing positive is not a problem. I'm real good at that.
Not still though, surely.
No, I
Okay.
tested negative on like day 13, but I'm still dealing with some chest stuff. But we're getting better.
well, okay.
That was a nice podcast. We learned a lot about people.
What? Yeah, I guess we did. I was sitting here trying to think, like, Emily's going to come home from work later and she's going to ask me how the podcast went. And I'll say, I think it went really well. I felt pretty good about it. And she's going to ask what we talked about. And I'll have no fucking clue.
Just recite the plot of Valerian.
Colin the Caterpillar and I don't know.
See if she knows that you need to put your AirPods inside the AirPod holder. Or if you can put them inside an egg.
Oh, right. It does all white plastic charge Apple products, right?
Is there a way without any context you could just say Ramscoop or Whoop Tone?
Yeah, can you? That's exactly what I was going to say. I think
Ramscoop or Whoop
I want to
Tone.
know what she thinks.
I'll try to
Or
remember.
does she already have too much context for Ramscoop?
No, that hasn't. I don't know if that's out. I guess it's out.
I think it's out.
I think it's out. Yeah. She fucking listens too. She'd know.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely out because I've gotten nothing but tweets that say Gooch Pooch. So, yeah, no, it's out.
No, don't send him tweets calling him Gooch Pooch.
Oh, it's fine.
Or
I
the
just-
Gooch,
Yeah, don't do that.
or
I
Lil
block-
Gooch,
yeah,
or Big Gooch,
Yeah, no, I block and
or
unblock
the
all those people.
Goocher,
It's fine.
or
It's not a
Gooch
big deal.
X,
Yeah, no, it's
or
fine.
Malcolm Gooch, or any of those. Just
That
call
one's
him
weird.
Big Dog.
I don't know about
he
the
just
last
wants to
one.
be
The rest
Big
of them are
Dog.
Weird. I don't know.
My favorite was someone was calling him Goosh.
Yeah.
Gooch.
Like douche with a G.
That's very funny. Okay, wrap this up. End this episode, please.
What are you going to call this one, Eric?
The title of this episode is Ramscoop versus Whoop Tone and Turducken Dessert.
Oh, right. I totally forgot about the.
See, these are teasers where you go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What could this episode be about? And then you
Bird
get a
chirped on
little thing at the
MP3.
beginning and something about halfway through. It feels good.
Yeah, I like bird chirp MP3.
That's a pretty good.
All
one.
right, I got it. I'll change that. It's good.
Well, there you go. Hopefully, if you're listening to me say this, that means you listen to the whole fucking podcast. And boy, do we appreciate you doing that. That's not easy. Hopefully, you left feeling good too. Let's everybody feel good. And let's go tell some other people, hey, are you having a bad day? Is it your day's fine, but it could be better? Do you want to feel good? Listen to the Face podcast. You'll feel real good. Bye.
Hey guys, Major League fan Jack here with a look at next week's episode of Face. We're going to the past. Someone from Nanaimo won. Gavin goes Two-Face. Geoff hits up eBay for Condor Man. That's just too much money for a robot. Let's get big into Snoopy lore. And once again, Andrew does not eat the pencil. All that and more on next week's episode of Face.